Hey everybody, it's Cindy here, and I wanted to continue the conversation about peace in our lives and offer you 3 suggestions to help create a peaceful weekend. Okay, these are my top 3 suggestions today, at least, for creating a very peaceful weekend. One is to love what is. Now, this phrase was created by an author named Byron Katie. Loving what is. And basically, I think what Katie is saying is that when we can accept what is happening, what's going on, what reality is, then we can be more at peace and suffer less. So one of the ways she says that is if you consistently try to argue with reality, then that causes suffering. So, and she says it's like trying to get a cat to bark like a dog when it's a cat, because the reality is it's a cat, so it's going to meow like a cat. It's not going to bark like a dog. So when we're arguing with what is reality at the time, we're just trying to get our cats to bark. So it's useless, right? It's unneeded suffering. So an example of that for me today, literally right now, I was once again attempting to do some technical things, build some technical tools online for my business that I've been working on for some time and hitting snag after snag after snag. And I hit another one today, if you can believe it. So I won't go into the details, but basically I've followed all the instructions. I've done exactly how I've been instructed by the professionals, and I'm not getting the technical results that I'm striving for. And I kept staring at the screen and clicking here and clicking there. And it's like, I think the internet signal's not strong enough, or something's up, that the program I'm working within is not operating properly. And so I could keep pushing and pushing and trying and insisting that I get this done today, or I can go, okay, I've done all I can under these conditions, and it's not working right now, so I'm going to be peaceful. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to do other things. I've got plenty of other things I can be doing, and I'm going to accept what is, that I'm not going to get this done by noon today like I thought it was going to get done, right? So loving what is. Not causing myself undue suffering. So as you move into your weekend and everything will go as planned this weekend, but maybe your car won't start, or maybe your refrigerator will go out, or maybe someone will be late, or whatever, something may come up. And I would suggest that you not fight it, but rather accept it and manage it. And that is a more peaceful way to accept kind of those logistics in life that happen sometimes, that seem to be disrupting our flow, but actually is just creating a different flow. And there could be many, many reasons why that we don't understand or are clear about right now, but that will reveal themselves over time. So loving what is, number 1. Number 2, in your relationships this weekend. Here's some ideas about keeping things peaceful no matter what. One is that if you show up authentically and honestly in your relationships, if you're really honest in your relationships and you show up authentically who you are, that always serves your relationships well, even if people don't like it. So be true to you. Be who you are. Like, I need to be Cindy in all my relationships, and whatever that looks like and whatever that means on any given day. And most days it's okay. And sometimes, all days it's okay, but sometimes, I'm more emotionally healthy than other days, or sometimes I'm more physically energetic and awake and not dragging or tired than other days, and whatever, but to just be who we are and be honest about that. And then if what we might call conflict arises, you want to agree to disagree as much as possible, especially if you're not able to find middle ground with a person on an issue, right? Because when we try to convince someone to come over to our side in the game, and we try to say, no, you really ought to think about it this way, or no, you really ought to look at it this way, we're arguing with them and we're trying to make them wrong because we're trying to make ourselves right. And that just causes more stress. It does not bring us to a place of peace to constantly be explaining ourselves, justifying ourselves, trying to convince someone else that they're wrong, that we're right, and that kind of thing. I mean, you can just feel the tension in that thought. So if you can say to yourself, okay, it's my perspective and his or her perspective, and our perspectives are just different. What do we need to do to come together and make a decision around this? Or can we simply, give each other mutual respect with our different perspectives and continue to move forward in our relationship? Okay, so approaching difficult conversations or conflictual topics in your relationship that come up with more of a mentality of my perspective versus their perspective, not I'm right, they're wrong, I'm wrong, they're right, somebody has to be wrong, somebody has to be right. Ugh, right? We all have different reasons we come with our belief systems and our ideas about all things. Okay. And then also in your relationships, take 100% responsibility for yourself, your life, and your choices within the relationship. I have someone I'm working with privately right now, and she is committed to her marriage. And her husband expects her or needs her to show up in certain ways daily in their relationship, and she is striving to show up that way. And she'll admit to me every once in a while, I kind of run out of steam and I don't want to work on it, but yet I say I'm 100% committed to this relationship, so I need to keep showing up every day this way. This is because I've committed to this, and I've said I want to make this work and do this, and this is something that he needs. And so that is what I'm talking about, is taking 100% responsibility for your life. I love how she is doing that. She is saying to herself, hey, I said I wanted this. I said I was willing to do this. So I need to take responsibility for myself and show up how I said I would show up in this relationship. And that's what I'm suggesting to you, is whatever's going on in the relationships that you have, and whatever kinds of relationships they are, that you take 100% responsibility for you, how you are behaving, and not spend as much time thinking about how they're showing up or how you wish they'd show up differently, or who they, how they ought to be acting now and that kind of thing. But instead go, what do I need to do to create the relationship that I want to create with this person, my child, my friend, my parents, my neighbors, my colleagues, my whoever, my partners, whatever, whoever. Okay? So take full responsibility for you, because the thing is that you right here, that's where you have power. You have power to change, you have power to control, you have power to shift, you have power to show up in any way you wish. But focusing on other people and pointing fingers and blaming other people and complaining about other people and trying to get them to change is a useless endeavor. It is a useless endeavor, because your power is right here, not in working out how they ought to be showing up. And then number 3, a very peaceful thing to do for yourself is to acknowledge your own needs this weekend. What do you really need this weekend? For this weekend to be a good weekend for you, to be a great weekend for you, to be a healthy weekend for you. Maybe you need extra rest. Maybe you need to go out and have a great time. Maybe you feel a need to put order and cleanliness into your home space. Maybe you need time outdoors. Maybe you need to pay some bills. Maybe you need to visit with someone. Maybe you need time to yourself. Maybe you need time with others. Whatever it is, whatever sounds like the recipe for a peaceful weekend for you, I want to make sure you take, again, 100% responsibility in creating that for yourself. Don't sit back and have these silent needs in your head and think somebody else ought to be reading your mind and creating it for you. Say what you want to do, or create what you want and need to make it a peaceful weekend with no apologies. Whatever it looks like. If you need to go get a massage, no apology. If you need to sleep in, no apology. If you need to cook less or cook more. If you need to, whatever you need to do, I want you to do it without apology. And be, because a confident woman is one who knows what she needs, acknowledges it, and she goes and get it. And there isn't any reason on earth why you can't do that as well. So have a peaceful weekend, all right? Have a peaceful weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.